All right, so if you read the instructions, you might be thinking, how does that look on the actual paper that we're going to be turning in? So I wanted to make you just this quick video to help you out with it in case you need it. So it says on the handout, you need to pick some kind of food to do this with. I kind of like popcorn, could be oranges, pizza, whatever you have at home, or you want to talk your parents into buying and say, look, I need it for an assignment at school. Mr. Newman, creative writing, you want me to do well, don't you, Mom? Okay, whatever you want to do, you pick it. And then you're just going to spend some time. Don't just all of a sudden start grubbing it up and eating up all your food. Don't do that. The idea is that we're going to wait and just kind of practice getting the imagery based off of what you see and smell. That's why taste is the very last one, because I want you to focus on these others before you actually get to that one. If you spend some time on each one and you don't get enough, it says you want at least 5 on each one. You can put as many as you want on there. You want to stop and you want to think about it and just kind of take it in what's around you. Now, if you only do a couple in each one, that's fine, but then you need to jump back and add to them. Like if you go through it and you're just waiting and you can't think of anything, so you move on. So say I was doing popcorn, okay? Now I'm sitting there we're going to do microwave popping corn. Could be you're doing an air popper, could be anything. Could be you're peeling that orange and you're smelling the orange, or hearing what it sounds like when you tear the orange open, or they're lifting up the pizza box, or you hear the doorbell ring for the pizza. So I'm going to do, with popcorn, kind of some of them is pretty easy. The first one I put in here is pop. Okay, that's pretty easy. Then I'm sitting here looking and I start thinking and I'm like, well, what else do I hear? Oh, I might hear the beep. Okay, now there's other sounds going on, but I want to do this as an example and let you get started on it. Smell, let's see, smell in the air. Let's see, it smells salty. Oh, let's go with that. And then I would keep adding on that. I just want you to focus on each one for a couple of minutes, just thinking about it. If you get 5, and it hasn't been a couple of minutes, stay on that one for a while. If all of a sudden something pops in your head that had to do with sound, well, go ahead and jump back and put it back for sound, but keep in mind you're trying to focus on this one sensory detail. Then you might, for sight, have something like, I don't know, it looks fluffy. I don't know. You just keep going. Whatever you're looking at. I mean, it could be something you're like looking at the microwave. What do you see at the start? Then when you open it up and you start looking at the popcorn, what do you see? Doesn't have to be popcorn. Could be anything, but it really works well. I mean, you might go, well, I can do this in my head and think about it. That's true. But if we're trying to do the best job we can, we actually got to have the food there. Okay? So you've got to be doing that. And you get to touch. How does it feel? I want to say it feels tough. You start thinking about popcorn. What is that? Rough. You got this kind of thing. So that's where you're having. Now, once you spent time focusing on these, now I would spend more time, and I did spend more time. I'm gonna show you. When we get to the next step, I'm going to show you what you do with all this information. But for right now, you're just going to try to fill up this page. If I look on here and I see that you got a whole bunch of pages, stuff filled up on each one of these, I'm just going to give you full credit without even thinking about it. Now, when you finally put this in, whatever you're eating into your mouth, you might start thinking about some of those others might come into play too, because as you're doing this, other things comes into sign. Like I might say, okay, now that I'm at this point, I might start hearing something else. So I just start adding to it. Okay, and then this is the document that you're going to be turning in. So you probably want to save a copy for yourself, work on the copy, and then just attach that to whatever you turn in. That might be the easiest way for you. I think I did give you a copy of it, but you always want to make sure that you're saving and backing up. So if from the instructions to this wasn't clear, I hope this clarified things up for you. You guys have a great day.